Some huge
Wake up.
news to get to, and none more intriguing.
What are these dishes doing at my feet?
Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous.
Who crawled up your butt and died?
You.
Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster, and boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his two-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I gotta tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only gonna lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just start me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to what, come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
This whole thing again. Are you dumb? I didn't take anything from you. Your body took it from you. Look, Tommy, I'm sorry.
No. I'm just gonna leave.
I don't know what his problem is.
You gotta go talk to him, man. Go clear the air.
He's the one with the problem. Look, if he wants to talk, he can come find me.
Jumping fiddlesticks.
AT&T Stadium on this beautiful Saturday in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, the top travel destination this week for alumni of these two storied football powerhouses, and the site of the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups, as we'll see the LSU Tigers taking on the Oregon Ducks. For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
1st and 10, LSU. They'll start the drive with Drake. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. He picks up 3 on that carry.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. A 3rd-down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Fielded at the 20. Fancy footwork at the 45. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he's into the end end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You got to just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest...
And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. And the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken from just outside the 30. They can't corral it. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Ferguson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. 8 yards. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because the
rush coming, and he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Cameron, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He's brought down.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Thomas. Open man is Holmes. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. LSU with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Thomas. Avant's got it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Another LSU first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
The end of the first quarter with the score, Duck 7.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the delay, it's Kelly. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, it's Kelly. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. On 1st down, it's Kelly. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to you.
Now Drake loses the football. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game. And they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything.
And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. From 10 yards out. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Extra point attempt to follow here. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in point, but you're down 21-0. But they have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Thomas. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Loss of 4 yards. 3 and out.
Now LSU's punter getting set as he's on here to punt it away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken on the 25. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
9-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10, Oregon. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
The 34-yard.
This young quarterback does have a support system. He actually heard from Marcus Mariota on social media earlier in the week. Marcus not playing tomorrow, but his Titans host the Colts in their season finale. But you can bet that he's likely glued to his TV set in Nashville watching this one.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now this throw caught left side. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 33 yards that time. Boy, another nice throw that time. And all that debate that was possibly out there and wondering, well, will we see a second quarterback as Tommy? And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. The Ducks going to line up here and go for the 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was, and one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
It's over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
Pressure comes and down he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Setting up the screen to Kelly. And he's out right at the 25. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. Flushed out right. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
19-yard line. 1-yard gain.
2nd and 9 now. Incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for number 16. Incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He may try and run for this. So halftime here in the first semifinal. All Oregon thus far.
27. The LSU Tigers, nothing.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire time just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. This is going to be incomplete. A real head-scratcher there. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw is Thomas. On 3rd down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Ducks come up now 1st and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. He's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And a huge play that time. 49 yards.
1st and goal.
The Ducks will come up now on a 1st and goal situation. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Again, it's Kelly, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Kelly, and he loses the football the second time. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. A give. This is Kelly. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Ball carrier.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now LSU's punter getting set. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. They try and bring the pressure, but he still gets off a good one. Fighting him off. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And Charles, look, I mean, coming into this one, you and I, we didn't know what to expect. This could have certainly been a disaster, nothing short of it. But this young man under center, he has certainly risen to the occasion.
He certainly has, and we certainly prepared in case it was the disaster that maybe it could have been. But there's no question, he's been the star of the show. But while we say that, let's make sure we remember the rest of the team, the supporting guys, because otherwise, a lot of mama's upset with us if we don't mention them, and they have played awfully well in addition.
16 yards, a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We're back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's a first and 10, Oregon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40 and down to the 29-yard line. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Danny Newberry.
Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, for some level, that's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Score Ducks 48, Tigers 3.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Here's Thomas. Back to the air on second down. And he's got some space here. That's all you got. And he will score. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Tigers 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. 1st and 10, LSU. They'll hand it off to Kelly. And he'll he'll be tackled at about the 35. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Thomas. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. He's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt. Missed me. No. Okay.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they... Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off about the 31. Carter, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. The Ducks will come up now on a 1st and goal situation. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. Quintez Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot
answers.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Thomas to throw on third down. And it will be incomplete.
Thomas's pass intended.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now LSU's punter getting set. He's been terrific so far. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. Refusing to go down. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. The Ducks come up now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The Ducks will come up now on a 1st and goal situation. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. Quintez Anderson there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Takes it at the 7.
LSU takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his, and I think the ball's out. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. So on the strength of 3 touchdown passes from their junior quarterback, the Oregon Ducks are moving on to play for a national championship.
You all right?
I'll be fine.
I was you last week. I know exactly what you're going through.
You didn't have to sit through this championship game, though.
No, but I did sit out our first state title game. That wasn't easy to do.
For all I know, this could be my only shot at it.
Then I guess we'll just have to do this all over again next season, huh?
Good luck out there tonight.
Thanks.
Who rained on your parade, Little Miss Sunshine?
I am not in the mood for this right now.
It's because you're not playing, I take it.
Like I haven't had a bad enough day already? Now I have to deal with you?
I know you're upset, but that dude Tommy's your brother. And brothers should always have each other's backs. And wipe that sourpuss look off your face. It's game time.
We crown a champion tonight here at Levine Stadium. It's Santa Clara for the college football playoff national championship game, as it's the USC Trojans taking on the Oregon Ducks.
You okay, son? Yeah, Coach, I just...
Tommy. You all right, Tommy? We need some help over here. Hurry!
You got my back, right?
Of course. Always.
Then go out there and finish this thing.
One shot. That's all any of us ever really gets. Waited my whole life for my one shot at being a head coach. And here I am. This is your one shot to go out there and show the world who you are. Are you the guy who's going to lead this team to victory? Or are you going to be remembered as the guy who got caught up in the moment and let it all slip away? I know you're worried about Tommy. Sure, we all are. But this is your one moment. Now get after it, son. Get some.
Wonder if this pressure is perhaps getting to this young Oregon quarterback. They trail at the break. Back now in this national championship game and what has been a tough defensive battle. And as we get ready for the second half kickoff, worth noting that Tommy Matthews does not appear to have exited the locker room with his team. And we'll keep you updated as we receive more information. The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. In trouble, and he's taken down.
You know, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. The 1st down carry here for Charles. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. A gain of 3, 2nd down. For USC, such a storied program. 11 times they've been crowned national champions, beginning with the earliest way back in 1928. Although nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the defense has come up with it. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Cameron has it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. This will be caught at about the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. Now, folks, we are getting confirmation on what we heard earlier about quarterback Tommy Matthews. He will not. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ducks have the lead. After the departure of Tommy Matthews at the half, the offense able to regroup and put the football in the end zone.
Yeah, that's something they couldn't accomplish in the...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. after the touchdown. Here's Oregon set to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The SC offense about set to take over here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got under pressure. They got him again. So the opening drive of this third quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the second half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be aggressive right off the top. That's exactly what they did.
This complete to the tight end, Clay.
Complete to number 81.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. USC gets set here, 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff for Charles. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taken down at the 40.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Complete to number 8.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Screen pass to Charles. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. They start out with a run by Ferguson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast.
There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Well, since he's coming to the game at quarterback, 2 trips into the end zone, and this offense starting to look remarkably relaxed.
I love that description because it's evident to me, and it's evident to everyone watching, and now everyone's getting the memo. He's not a backup. He's played just as much as Matthews has this season.
Yeah, that's the thing, Charles. There's the old adage of if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. Well, I think they're taking that script and throwing it right out the window because they're saying we've got 2 quarterbacks and we like them both.
I love the way you just said that. Not in this case does the old adage hold up. I think we've got a new one. They feel like they've got 2 good quarterbacks, and the offense should respond no matter who's on the field.
Exactly. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
24. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Flynn can't get away, and he's taken down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this will be scooped up by the defense.
A fumble on the play.
That's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. From 6 yards away. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. Remember, Charles, with Tommy Matthews under center, they weren't able to get the ball into the end zone. They had a single field goal, but he exits the game at half. And this offense since then, they've been on fire. That's the 3rd touchdown in this 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm sorry I jumped in there on you there, partner, but you're exactly right. I was thinking the same thing you were. On fire. 3rd touchdown in the 2nd half. He's taking this offense and squarely put it on his back, and he is actually carrying them, and would they believe, to the national championship podium.
Well, time will tell if they will be on that podium and hoisting that trophy. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The SC offense about set to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback is sacked.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Flynn, little underneath ball to Clay. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Going deep for Walker. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
On 4th down, Flynn, and it is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. His pass caught at the 4. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The Ducks will come up now on a 1st and goal situation. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
It certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over in 1st and 10.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do and the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Here's 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
At the 42-yard line.
From the gun, Flynn, and he will find his man on the outside. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on it. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Flynn, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 10.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Ducks 41, Trojans 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The SC offense about set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now a draw play. Here's Charles. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
3rd and 7.
To throw on 3rd down, Flynn. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Well, they changed quarterbacks at half and did not miss a beat. Here they are, your national champions. And celebration time on that sideline. It took a change at quarterback. His thoughts will turn to the condition of Tommy Matthews. But for now, jubilation as they are the national champions.
Well, Tommy's injury certainly was a setback. But the bond that these two kids have is really strong. And although only one of the Heartbreak Kids was out there in the second half. Tommy's spirit was with him, and I believe...
You hear from Mr. Matthews?
The hoodie gave it away.
He's stable. But we're only allowing family to go back right now.
That's great, because he's my brother.
I'm proud of what he's accomplished this season.
I think there's only one individual on everybody's mind tonight. This one's for my brother, Tommy Matthews. You think that's something? You should see it in person.
Oh, man. That's so cool. Thanks so much for coming and bringing this.
You kidding me? I wouldn't miss this for anything. Coach and the guys sent their best. They waited as long as they could, but no one knew when you might wake up, so they had to catch their flights back. I told Coach I wasn't about to split up the Heartbreak Kids, so I stayed behind. Made sure you're all right.
Thanks, man. I'm just glad you're here.
But hey, they did leave you the trophy. Wanted to make sure you had it when you woke up. How you feeling, buddy?
Like a sack of crap.
That's funny, because that's exactly what I was going to say you look like.
Hey, man. Promise me one thing.
Anything.
That you'll come back next year and make it win the championship. Together.
Next year? You know I will, brother. Together.
Doc said I shouldn't overdo it.
She say what caused all this?
Yeah. Something about the stress from my filthy roommate leaving his dishes lying around the apartment. She said if it weren't for that, I'd be the pinnacle of health.
Please.
Hey, seriously. You gotta start cleaning up after yourself. It's ridiculous.
Really? Right now? Is that him? He's an hour early. Coach.
Don't look too disappointed.
No. I was just expecting Tommy. Come in. Care for a cupcake?
No, thanks.
So, you here for the party?
No. Give me a minute.
Okay, Coach.
Actually, I'm here to talk to you. About next season.
Yeah, sure. Talk away.
It was something you said at the start of the season earlier. It really stuck with me. It's
something good, I hope?
Well, it was something you said about treat your men like your beloved sons, and they'll follow you into the deepest valley. And that really got me. It got me thinking about the way I treat you boys, and I wasn't being fair to you, and Tommy for that matter, or the team.
Wow, Coach, I really appreciate that.
All that being said, I wanted to go into the off-season with everyone on the same page. I figured the best way that we could do that would be to announce a starter. Tommy's gonna be our starter.
But how could you possibly make that decision after the title game? Is Tommy even gonna be able to play?
Yeah, I spoke with his doctor. Valve replacement surgery was great. He's gonna be right as rain.
I just don't understand.
I know this is hard for you. It's hard for you to process, and I hope you believe me when I say that I take no joy in making this decision, but I stand firmly behind it because, frankly, Tommy's a better fit for the offense.
Well, what does this mean for me?
Well, it means that you are at a monumental crossroads in your life, and you've got two choices. You can enter the draft, and based on what you did last year, I'd say you'd be lucky to get picked in the 3rd round. But realistically, you're looking at a late-round selection, if at all.
Jeez. Don't sugarcoat it for me.
Well, I'm trying to be open and honest with you from this moment forward. I'm giving it to you as I would my own beloved son.
My other choice?
Well, the way I see it, you got too much raw athleticism to waste sitting on the bench. Your talent is a true gift. And it's one that I'm going to give you the opportunity to show it to the world.
And how's that?
You get to pick a new position on offense and get your Heartbreak Kids thing going back again.
Heartbreak Kids. Well, Tommy's already tried recruiting me to come back so we can win the title together.
Does that mean you're in?
Plus, he did switch positions once, and we see how well that worked out for him. I guess I could try it too.
The Heartbreak Kids are back, baby.
Was he eavesdropping?
Yeah, always.
I'm not sure what's more strange, that interaction or the general cleanliness of this apartment.
Cupcake.
It wasn't an easy decision at the time, but I don't regret it for a second. Of course, everyone's first thought was, where am I gonna play? Felt good, telling everyone I was sticking around and Tommy and I were gonna play together. The next question was, did it actually work out?
Pretty drastic turn of events for Coach O'Brien's program. I mean, the defensive pantry has been pretty much left dry with most of that elite unit having bolted for the NFL. But today, Coach O'Brien revealed a new strategy, and I think it's kind of brilliant. Get both Heartbreak Kids on the field at the same time. I mean, it's really a brilliant move. Here's the deal. You got to get all of your talented players on the field at once, certainly if they're going to rely on the offense for a change to be the strength of this team if they're planning on making another run at it.
All right, Dan, show me what you got. Let's go.
Shut up! Liking 18! Shut up! Yeah! Ready? 60 bison! 60 bison! Hut, hut! Yeah! There we go, shot! Yeah! Woo!
Not bad. We may have something here.
I gotta say, I was surprised with the way you guys played that season, and especially considering you switched positions. Plus, Coach O'Brien really came into his own, leading you guys to the verge of the playoff.
Well, no doubt the best college game this Saturday is here in Miami Gardens, Florida. The place, Hard Rock Stadium, as two of the top 5 teams in the nation will face off. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Miami Hurricanes. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Hurricanes now first and 10. From the gun, here's Daniel. That's caught by Jackson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, it's Daniel. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way.
Get off the field.
And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. The drive starts with a carry by Langford. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The tackle made at the 24-yard
line. Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
4-yard line.
Out of the gun, Daniel. That's taken in by Henderson. 7 yards, the pickup there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because, as an offensive play caller,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is going to go the other way. The defense has it.
I think they're going to have to make some decisions here. That's his second fumble here in the first quarter, and what I mean by that is, do you have the confidence to stay with him, or are you going to have to make a change and maybe go to someone else?
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He's taken down at the...
Hard to believe, Charles, that it was just this time last year that he was the one handing the ball off. Now he's running the football, and it's his high school teammate Tommy Matthews handing it to it.
Yeah, it says a lot about the dedication to the team, doesn't it? Because you know he wanted to stay at quarterback and compete for the job. But once Coach Red O'Brien made the decision that Tommy Matthews was going to be his guy, and remember, just a year ago, what were we hearing? Red, you can't win with 2 quarterbacks. You can't do it that way. Well, he's made a decision, a firm decision for his team, and now he's putting them both on the field at the same time, hoping for great results.
And, CD, I'd also say this, in an era where there are so many transfers, especially at the quarterback position, hats off to him for finding a new spot at running back and wanting to work with Tommy Matthews.
Yeah, no doubt.
And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. Well, for a kid that started his career as a quarterback, he's certainly showing a lot of conviction carrying the football.
Yeah, he is running with some power, and I think he's running some frustration out of his system, don't you think, partner? Because you know he wants to still be a quarterback. But Coach Red O'Brien made the switch. He has gone along with it. I think he just wants to show that he can contribute and contribute in a big way. And the way he's running the football, there's no doubt about it. They've made the right choice.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A first down throw for Daniel. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
Hurricanes, nothing.
Being chased out left. He'll run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react.
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And this is picked up by the defense.
The Hurricanes take over first.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jim.
And he will take this in. Touchdown, Miami. A 15-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Here's a 1st and 10, Oregon. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
18 yards. First down, Oregon.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one maybe was a little tough. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Hurricanes take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And all the way down to the 29. And what a big-time play there. 46 yards. On first down, it's Woods. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Flush to his right, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 11.
Throwing on 3rd down, Daniel. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will cut the lead down to 13. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. And they rattle off a big one. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Well, from our vantage point up here in the booth, and look, we have the luxury of kind of seeing the entire play from a bird's eye view, but his knowledge of blocking schemes seems pretty impressive.
Oh, I would agree with that totally, and I think it's similar to wide receivers that flip over to become defensive backs. Okay, you know what receivers are going to do because you used to do it that way. Well, as a former quarterback, he can see the entire play, the entire blocking pattern, and understand what it looks like before the ball's even snapped. And I think that's to his benefit, and of course, it's benefiting his team.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. Quintez Anderson as the first half is winding down. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage.
Danny Newberry for the...
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A short kick taken at the 18. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Hurricanes take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Daniel. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 for Miami. A final shot before the break. Daniel. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ducks 30, Hurricanes 10.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
6-yard line.
The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. 22
yards.
Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it could turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
He can run for it, and he will. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute.
And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
after the touchdown. Here's Oregon set to kick it off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the ball is knocked out. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
44-yard attempt.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it. Find
someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On 1st and 10, Daniel. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On 2nd down now, it's Woods. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
At the line of scrimmage.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Back to the ground, this time Langford. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. He'll field this at the 5. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's running. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. What a risk he took, but it paid off. I mean, he took that punt from inside the 5 near the goal line, ran it all the way back.
And normal coaching says you let that one go. Anytime you're inside the 10-yard line, you let it hit and hopefully bounce into the end zone. But as you mentioned, he took a risk.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense.
Brandon, that's the third time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better.
And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
First and 10. At their own.
Back out there for their next offensive drive, the Hurricanes get set. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
Fumble on the play.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. From 4 yards out. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 3 quarters in the books. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
This is taken at about the 14. Sheds a 2nd man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
A great return there of 22 yards.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Gonna give this time to the tailback. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Now you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
No good.
Well, they tried to get two, and they ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the University of Miami, their offense ready to get the drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 30.
The Hurricanes now first and 10. Shotgun snap for Daniel. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Daniel, right side catch, Gilmore. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. From the shotgun on third, Daniel. Complete to Gilmore over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now a first and 10 at the 11. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. There's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit. Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on you.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. And the former quarterback takes yet another one into the end zone, his second rushing touchdown of the bowl game.
Yeah, and I'm becoming a big fan of this kid. How about you, partner? This guy made the move. Yes, I know he was nudged by his head coach. In fact, probably wasn't nudged, was told this is how you're going to stay on the field or get on the field. But he has taken it to heart. And for all those guys who get frustrated, want to transfer, want to say, hey, I can't play that position, this guy's a living example of if you commit to it, you can make it work.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Back out there for their next offensive drive. The Hurricanes get set. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we can put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Daniel, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback sack.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That could be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's a gain of 14.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy that...
And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Daniel, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their...
Want to talk about a story that's making the rounds, and that's the Heartbreak Kids and their indelible bond. Once again, taking college football center stage at the championship game later on tonight. It has been truly amazing and truly inspirational to watch this amazing journey that these kids have been on from start to finish to this point, showing off their character, their grit, their determination, their heart has been on full display for all of us to behold. And I normally don't say this, but I, for one, will be a heartbreak kid in spirit as they take the field in this big game tonight.
A season's worth of Saturdays all comes down to this. The final in New